So indices is the plural number of index. The numbers either go in the ascending order or in the descending order is called the progression. Taking all the objectives and make the proper way of selection is called combination is considered here. Some of the objects will be taken into consideration and make the arrangement. That selection is called permutation is considered now. Hello my dear student, I am Dr. B.S. Subramaniam, called by name Dr. BSS, Professor in Commerce and Management, Vidyashram First Aid College, in Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. I am going to hand Quantitative Technique 4th semester BBA is an introduction class. So, what is actually quantitative technique? It is nothing but a mathematics. Previously, it is called as a business mathematics is considered. Now, it has got a new word is given as a quantitative technique. So, what is actually quantitative technique? It is a combination of the statistics and mathematics. We will collect the data. Whereas in the statistics and mathematics, all the data will be collected and analyzed and make the simplification technically. So it is nothing but a quantitative technique, where we take into consideration the mathematical data and as well as the statistical data, analyze the data in such a way that so that it can be classified in a simple way so that it can be understood by the common student. So the major goal, my dear student, everyone has got a fear about the mathematics concern. Some of the students have took the BCom because of they feel mathematics is tough in SLC. So better to go to BCom or BA is concerned. Don't worry about this. No, mathematics is not at all a difficult subject. It's only hard working, just a hard work, just to work more and more in the same, whatever the formula we are going to give. You work more and more on this year. Last year I took the, what's called corporate account is considered this year, this session or this semester, I'm going to handle the quantitative technique. One of the beautiful subject, nothing but a mathematics, a beautiful subject has been introduced where we have got quantitative, we take the mathematics and the statistics as a base and analyze the data in such a way that we can classify the data in such a way that it can reach to a common students are considered. So hope you understand what is actually quantitative. It is nothing but the combination of what is called here statistical data and the mathematical data has been classified and simplified and it will reach to a common students are concerned. We will move on to syllabus of this semester is considered. The syllabus contains the 5 units are considered. Unit number 1, indices and logarithm. Unit 2, progression. Unit 3, ratio, proportion, permutation and combination. Number 4, commercial arithmetic, simple and compound interest, bill discounting, true and banker discount, matrix and determinants. So there are 5 units are there. We are going to explain each one, which are the units are. Number 1, indices and logarithms. Unit 2, progression. Unit 3, ratio, proportion, permutation and combination. Unit 4, commercial arithmetic, simple and compound interest, bill discounting, true and banker discount, matrix and determinants. We'll go one by one about the first chapter unit is considered. This is the laws of indices. So indices is the plural number of index. Index is nothing also expressed in is a component. We say that the plural number of index is called indices is considered. We'll say that like this. If we write like this, a to the power of m, m is called exponent or index, a is called the base. The plural number of index is called indices is considered. There INDEX index numbers are there. There are 5 laws we are going to apply. The 5 laws are very, very important because it's only numerical number. Number has been fluctuated here and there with the help of the only formula. You must see that you learn all the 5, just 5 formulas are there. So what is 5 formulas? I am going to explain. So one by one, first law or second law, just say only the first law I will tell you. A to the power of m, a to the power of n. When the base are common, exponent or index can be added. a to the power of m plus n. So while you are solving the problem, we'll go very detailedly about the formulas are considered. So what is actually indices? The plural number of index is called indices. If you take an example, a to the power of m, m is called the index or exponent, a is called the base. For an exponent of m, a is called the base. When the two bases are common, exponent can be equal to the first law. So it will have a 5 laws. We'll go detailedly about the 5 laws are considered. But here, we have got and their application simplification, laws of indexation and logarithm, laws of logarithm. So what is logarithm? So you have got so many things in the mathematics as concerned. It's difficult to add, difficult to multiply, difficult to divide. To make easy, we introduce in a word called logarithms. So logarithms is nothing but apply logarithm, simplification, make the simple, make the problem simplification. In logarithms, what we say that, no? In logarithms, no, multiplication means adding, division means deducting. What does it mean that? Multiplication means adding, division means deducting, which make the problem very, very simple. So the complicated problem can be made very simple with the help of the logarithm that we are going to explain. In logarithm, no, we have got like this. If we have got a 3, 4, 5, 6, log means n minus 1. If you have got a 4 digits are there, 3, 4, 5, your characteristics is this is called n minus 1. So how many digits are there? 4. The characteristics is 3. You have to see under 34, 5, 6 subdivision numbers are, if you have to look after. Very easy. There is one table is there, which is called the log table we consider. In the log table, we have to consider if there are 4 digits, 3 characteristics. If you have got 3 digits, 2 characteristics. If you have got 2 digits, 1 characteristics. If you have got 1 digit, 0 characteristics. If you have got only 0.6 is there, it's called bar 1. If it's a 0.08, it's called bar 2. So bar 1 is nothing but minus 1. Bar 2 is nothing but minus 2. So all the laws we are going to read in the logarithm, we say one simple law I'm going to say. It's called additional law. In your logarithm, log AB means is equal to log A plus log B, adding. Multiplication means adding here. Multiplication is nothing but log A into log AB means log A into B, log A plus log B. Or we can say that log 8 into 6. It can be read as log 8 plus log 6. So multiplication means adding. So here I told you, regarding this laws of indices, there are 5 laws we are going to read. So one law is a to the power of m, a to the power of m, and all the 5 laws we are going to deal while you are solving the problem. The laws will be dealt here. So index means INDEX. So there are 5 laws we are going to apply regarding the logarithm is considered. We look after the table also. We have to apply how the log numbers can be applied. We'll go detailedly while you are solving the problem. Then you got the progression. The numbers either go in the ascending order or in the descending order is called the progression. The number should go forward, progress, either in the ascending order or in the descending order. The sequence is called the progression is considered. So it may go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or it may go like this, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. It may go in the ascending order or descending order. So here what the law says, no? So we have got in the arithmetic progression, we have got arithmetic progression and geometric progression there. How to apply for business also. We are going to apply the progression for business also here. Here, what is actually arithmetic progression? An arithmetic progression is question where the numbers flows like this. If the number flows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in arithmetic sum, second number minus first number, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. 3 minus 2 is also 1. 4 minus 3 is also 1. So second number minus first number, third number minus second number, fourth number minus third number. It will go this. The general formula here, A plus n minus 1D. A is the first number, is number of 10. D is the difference. This difference is 1. So it will move arithmetically slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have got geometric progression JP. It will jump like this: 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. What the difference? R, the difference is called R here. How it is? No, second number divided by first number, third number divided by second number. See that? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 16 divided by 8 also 2. So it is jumping like this: 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. It's a geometric progression, whereas the arithmetic progression goes slowly: 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like a slowly it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whereas it is jumping geometric progression just like jumping 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So here the difference is called R. Second number divided by first number, third number divided by second number, fourth number divided by second number. So for example, in India, our production going on arithmetic progression, whereas the population is going on jumping. It's jumping, population is jumping, whereas arithmetic progression going on very slowly. Means your production is going on 1, 2, slowly it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, whereas the population goes 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, jumping like this. So it is called geometric progression. Then we'll move on. Unit 3, ratio, proportion, permutation and combination. So here, what is actually ratio? Express of the two relative variables. When two variables are expressed, it is called the ratio. Then we have got a proportion of equality of two ratio is called proportion. Equality of two ratio is called proportion. Ratio, we can say that A is to B, it is called the ratio. Or 4 is to 6, it's called ratio. Two equality of the ratio is called proportion. You can say that A is to B is to C is to D. It's called the proportion. So ratios express the relation between the two variables. Two variables are A and B or 4 and 6. And whereas the proportion is an equality of the two ratio. Equality of the two ratio is considered as the proportions are considered here. Then we have got permutation and combination. It's one of the most important words we come across here. Permutation and combination is key. What is actually combination? What is it? Arranging in items. Taking only some of the items and make the arrangement is called permutation. Taking all the items and making the arrangement is called combination, we say. Say, taking some of the items and make the row is called permutation. For example, for a photo, we won't take it all into consideration. Some of the items we take into consideration and do it. It is called permutation. In combination, we keep the books in a shelf. No, all the books will be kept in the shelf, but according to order, some proper order we are going to make. So first we may have English, then we have maybe Kannada, then we have got a Sanskrit, a proper order. All the objects will be taken into consideration. That's called the combination. Whereas a permutation is also a selection. It's only a selection of the few items and make them is called permutation. Whereas the combination, we take all the items into consideration and arrange in a proper order is called a combination is considered. So we can express the combination, we can express the permutation in a different forms are considered here. So ratio is nothing but expression, relation between the two variables are considered, whereas the proportion is equating the two ratios are considered. Permutation and combination, permutation are a selection of the sum of the items of the object is called permutation. Selection of the, in a proper order of all the object is called, we can say as a combination is there. Then permutation will be expressed. Permutation can be expressed is NPR. Here P is called permutation. We can say that n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. This is your permutation. Then combination, taking all the items into consideration. This is called NCR. This is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Taking all the items into consideration is the combination. Selection of only few items and make the rows and columns are there. Say, we can say permutation. Permutation is the example for photography is considered. So they say that some of the items have been taken into consideration and make the photo. Regarding the combination is considered, books will be put in a shelf now in a proper way. First English, then Kannada, then what's called Sanskrit, then Hindi, then we have got a mathematics, then you have got a physics. All will be arranged in a proper way. It's called the combination, whereas the permutation, all the object will not be taken into consideration. Some of the object will be taken into consideration and make the arrangement. That selection is called permutation is considered. No example is a photography, all the items will not be concerned, whereas the combination, books will be arranged in itself in a proper way is called the combination is considered. So permutation and combination will be utilized in making the timetable. We say that permutation and combination can be made unless the table, what's called timetable of the college, timetable of the high school cannot be done. It's a very difficult task. No? So it's nothing but a technique how to use the permutation and combination is considered here. So I repeat, ratio is nothing but expression of the two relation variables. Two relation between two variable, relation between the two variables is called ratio is considered, and proportion and equality of two ratio is called proportion is there. Permutation is nothing but selection of the sum of the item and make the arrangement, whereas the combination, taking all the object into consideration, arrange in a proper, in a systematic way is called the combination is considered. Then permutation can be expressed with the help of the formula NPR. P is equal to permutation n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, whereas a combination is NCR, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial is considered. And here, the factorial notation, linear and circular combination, we are going to solve the problems on linear and circular permutation. We say that if you have got a circular, the permutation is considered. That's called the circular factorial notation. How it will be notation from one item to another item you are going to solve. When you are solving the problem, we can deal detailedly about these items are considered. We'll move on to next one. Unit 4, commercial arithmetic. It is the most important. No? So from high school days also we are doing the same problem. What is this? Simple and compound interest. It is one of the important chapter which we are going to deal here. One is the simple interest, another is the compound interest. So here simple interest, SI we say, simple interest is equal to PTR over 100. P is the principal money, T is the time, R is the rate, and find out 100% is the simple interest equal to PTR over 100, whereas the compound interest is equal to A is equal to P 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n minus P. That is your interest is considered. A is the amount. P, if you have got this amount, only here now, up to your amount is there. If the principal is deducted now, we'll get the interest is there. Say, this is A is going to be 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n is the formula. If we deduct the P now, we'll get the interest now. So, compounding by simple interest now, directly we are paying the interest once in a month now. If it does not pay now, it becomes compound. 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 becomes 32. It's called compound interest. Whereas simple interest now, every month we are paying now, it will pay 2 rupees, next 3 rupees, next 4 rupees, next 5 rupees. It goes to simple interest is considered. So combination is there. Simple interest and compound interest combination. So we are going to, one problem can be expressed either in the simple interest also and the compound interest also. So we can apply even for a business is considered compound interest. No, if it does not pay the amount on such a day, your interest will be double. Every banker will say, no, you have to pay on the 5th of every month. By chance, if it does not pay your interest on 1st, no, your amount, your interest will be double. You have to pay more. No, they will say. So compound is jumping like this. 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 becomes 32. That goes to compound interest. Whereas a simple interest go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Simply it will go in. Then regarding the bill discounting concept is considered. So here this is most important now. there are two parties in a bill discount. One is called the drawer, one is called the drawee. Drawer is called the seller and the drawer is accepted. The bill should be mature on such a day. If we want the money within the due date, he can present the bill to a banker. Banker will give a discount and hand over the money. No, on the due date, banker will receive the money from the purchaser is considered. Here, banker discount and true discount is there. No, here there are two words are there. One is called the banker discount, another is called the true discount is considered there. So if you go with a banker discount and true discount, TD, true discount, ATR over 100. This is, you have got a banker discount, we have got a true discount also. Banker discount is equal to ATR over 100. This is your banker discount is considered. True discount, ATR divided by 100 plus TR. What is A? Amount, T is the time, R is the rate. Whereas a true discount, ATR 100 plus TR, there is a word called banker gain. It's called to banker discount minus true discount. So we'll get the gain is here. Banker discount will be more and true discount will be less. Difference is called a gain. Then present worth. Present worth. There's one formula you are going to deal. 100A. You remember this is 100A divided by 100 plus TR. So what is banker discount? Amount, time and rate divided by true discount. Amount, time, rate 100 plus TR. So banker gain is called banker discount minus true discount, whereas a present worth 100A plus 100 by TR. This formula we are going to deal very, very detailedly while you are solving the problem. You remember the formula, that's all. So simple interest is called PTR over 100, A is called 1P over Gallian. Then banker discount is ATR over 100. Then true discount is called ATR divided by 100 plus TR. Banker gain is the banker discount minus. Regarding the banker discount, we are going to deal very detailedly when you are solving the problems are considered. Last one, matrix. Definition, types of matrix, operation, determinants and square matrix. So matrix nothing but the numbers can be arranged properly in rows and columns are called. The numbers which can be arranged in rows and columns is called matrix. The square matrix, the square matrix is called determinants. So what is matrix? The numbers can be arranged in rows and columns is called matrix. The square matrix is called determinants, where you are going to read some square matrix is there, determinants are there. We are going to determine a law called Cramer's rule is will be applied. What is actually meaning of the matrix? Rows and the numbers can be arranged in rows and columns are called matrix. The square matrix is called determinants. So determinants can be written like this. Whereas the matrix can be, so rows and columns is called, the numbers can be arranged in rows and column, 3 rows and 3 columns, 4 rows and 3 columns can be arranged. It is called the matrix. The square matrix is called determinant, where you are going to apply a law called Cramer's rule. Here in the Cramer's rule, we can have 4x plus 3y plus 2z something, 3x plus 4y plus 6z, then 2x plus 5y plus 7z. Here we can have 8, 7, 6. So what the laws of Cramer's rule say? No, first you solve the as it is problem, then shift over the 8 and 7, 6 to first column. 4x here 4, 3, 2 becomes 8, 7, 6. Second is 3, 4, 5, 8. Second is 2, 6, 7. Then this is 2, 6, 7 is there now. Then shift over to second place. Then shift over to third place. We are going to deal detailedly while you're solving the problem. Oh, so what is a matrix? Matrix is nothing but the numbers can be arranged in rows and columns. The square matrix is called determinants, where you are using the Cramer's rule here. The rule we are going to use for a square matrix is considered here now. And how we have to shift over the numbers now, we are going to deal while you are solving the problems. So first is the laws of indices. Slowly I will say. We'll go detailing about the laws. There are 5 laws out there. All the laws will be dealt very slowly, and we'll explain each problem. In each one, no, minimum you are going to say about 7 to 8, minimum 10 problems you are going to see. So they kept one chapter on indices and their application, and logarithm as a combination of one chapter is considered. No, we'll go. I told you indices is nothing but plural of the index number, and also I have shown you like this: a to the power of m. M is called index number, A is called the base, the plural of index is called indices. Logarithm can be expressed in such a way that make the problem very simple. Application logarithm for simplification. In mathematics, no, we are finding so much difficulty in solving a problem. By applying the what's a logarithm, no, we can make the problem very, very simple. We can understand when you are solving the problem. While you are solving the problem, we can understand. In logarithm, no, what's called multiplication means adding. I will give an example. Log 8 and 4 is a multiplication, no, which can be written as log 8 plus log 4. So in logarithm, multiplication means adding and division means deducting. Division means deducting gap. This is the way you are going to write. So logarithm, no, multiplication means adding, division means deducting. Indices is nothing but the plural number of the index is called indices. In logarithm, no, all the numbers we have got n minus 1, we say. If we go with the table, no, if we have got 4 numbers, no, 3 characteristics. If we have 3 number, 2 characteristics. And we have a 2 number, 1 character, that look after in the table and apply. How to apply? Well, you're solving the problem. You can see that how to apply these logarithms are considered. Then we'll move on to next one. Sequence and series, type of flow. A progression is a numerical number which can go in the ascending order and the descending order. It may go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. That's called the progression. There are 2 progression is there. One is called arithmetic progression. Another is called the geometric progression, where the arithmetic progression goes very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here the difference is second number minus first number, third number minus second number. Whereas the geometric progression jumping like this. So we can have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Where is the difference is called D is called here or we say the difference is called the R. Second number divided by first number, third number divided by second number, then fourth number divided by third number. Whereas in the arithmetic progression, first number divided by second number divided by the third number is considered. So we are going to apply how the business application will come, and we apply arithmetic progression and geometric progression on business application is considered. We'll deal with very detailedly about this business application. While you are solving the problem, you understand how the application will go for arithmetic progression, whereas in the geometric progressions are considered. Then we'll move on to ratio. Expression of ratios now of the 2 variables is called ratios are there. A is to B, B is to C. And equality of 2 ratio is called proportion. Then permutation and combination, arrangement taking only few items and make the only a selection is called permutation. Taking all the objectives and make the proper way of selection is called combination is considered here. So permutation can be expressed with the help of the formula NPR, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, where a combination can be expressed with the help of formula NCR is nothing but n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So while you are solving the problem, we can have this factorial notation, linear and circular combination, how to apply this combination and permutation for a business is considered. All will be dealt very detailedly we are solving the problem. Then commercial arithmetic. No, here we are going to say simple interest and what's called compound way. We have studied in high school level also simple interest and same thing you are going to study here, but very deep you are going to study here. Simple. What is simple interest is PTR over 100. No, P is the principal money, T is the time, R is the rate, whereas the component A is equal to P into 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n. Compounded, we say no, jumping. 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 becomes 32 is a compound interest. Whereas the arithmetic progression goes no, you say that we say, especially for simple interest is considered 1, 2, 3, 4, regular interest is there. Then we have got banker discount and true discount is considered here. I already explained banker discount is ATR over 100. Amount, time into rate into 100. True discount is ATR 100 by TR. So banker will give a more discount here. No, banker takes the more money. Banker gain is equal to B. Banker discount minus true discount. The present worth of the bill is 100A divided by 100 plus TR. All these formula we are going to deal while you are solving the problem. Then matrix and determinants are considered. I already told matrix is nothing but a numerical number which can be arranged in rows and columns is called matrix. When the numbers are arranged in the rows and columns are called matrix is considered. The what's called the square of the matrix. The square of the matrix is called determinants. The square of the square matrix is called the determinants are considered here. We are going to apply a law called Cramer's rule is there. No, this is your problem. So here the numbers will be replace 4, 3, 2 will replace by 8, 7, 6. Then 3, 4, 5 will be there. Then in second stage, no, 4, 3, 2 retain the same. So it will come, it occupy the second place. Next, it will occupy the third place. Here we are going to find out the value of X, value of Y, value of Z. While you are solving the problem, we'll go very detailed about the matrix and determinants. So definite problems will come from the examination point of view. And we are going to deal examination problem. When the next problem starts now, we'll go with the detail with the problems are considered. Regarding the internal portion, in the first internal, we have got indices and logarithm and progression. In the second internal, we have got ratio, proportion, permutation and combination is there. In the third internal, you have got commercial arithmetic and matrix and determinants are considered here. Our college is conducting the 3 internal, taking the average. Total marks is 80 is there. No, you have to score 30% of 80. 24 is a must. 16 from the internal assessment is considered. In internal assignments, no, here internals, no, we are conducting the 3 internals and taking the average of 3 internals, no, it's a must. We have to attend all the 3 internals, no, it's a must for every student, no, and we take the maximum level and see that for 80 marks, we are going to ask about the paper minimum is considered. It will be part A, 15 marks question, 2 you have to answer out of 4, 30 marks. Part B, we ask 5 questions, you have to answer any 3. 3 into 10 is 30 marks. Part C, we'll ask 6 questions, you have to answer any 4, each carrying 5 marks. 80 marks is considered. 30% of 80 is called 24 is a must. To pass in examination, 40 is a must. 24 from the paper, 16 from the internals are considered. Hope you understand this. The books for reference is one is K. Madhappa and Sridhara is a good book. Second one, R.D. Sharma is a good book. And R.S.R.L. All the 3 books are available in the shop now. All the books are very good for reference are concerned. Whatever the problem you are going to solve here, most probably all the question paper problem will be solved here. And also for your reference now, these books have been recommended. So this session, we have given only introduction class. What are the syllabus is there? What is little bit contents are there? We have not given any details are there. Just a hint, just a touch of the subject we have given. In the next session, we'll start with the problems of indices and logarithms are considered. No, minimum 8 to 9 problems you are going to solve. And all the question paper will be covered here. Be students know it's a mathematics. Here No intelligence is necessary, only a hard work. If we work more and more work, no, definitely we reach the goal. Because it's a scoring subject, it's a technical subject. That's why it is called quantitative technique, we say. It is called quantitative technique, where mathematical and statistical data has been taken into consideration, analyze the data and apply for the students are considered here, so that we can have will work very well. Will definitely be the teacher, help you in solving the problem. All the question paper problems will be solved here. Please work hard, bring the good name to institution, good name to your parent. Hope we'll meet in the next session with indices and logarithm problem. Till then, goodbye. Meet in the next session.